as well. So between them, they are giving us a right old headache at the moment. But I'll keep you posted on the progress over the next couple of days, Billy and Steph.
Thanks, Carol. Who knew you were such a good poet as well?
Nobody, Steph. Now you know.
Thanks, Carol. See you later.
Coming up to 3 minutes to 9, it's budget day tomorrow. The Chancellor is expected to set out further pension reforms. You'll remember this time last year, George Osborne announced big changes already set to shake up the regulations for those approaching retirement.
Yes, well, those new rules come into force in just a few weeks' time. I've been finding out that many people are still puzzled about what it will mean for them. The regulars at this pub quiz are used to answering tough questions. But one topic is proving harder than most: pensions.
What proportion of adults in the UK do not have any pension savings?
I'll give you the answer to that in a sec, but from April the pension rules are changing. It will affect the 300,000 people retiring each year with their own pension pots.
It's answer B, 38%. So tick or cross against that.
Now, once you turn 55, you'll be able to take all of your pension pot as a lump sum. You won't pay tax on the first 25% of it, but you will on the rest. Now, crucially, you won't have to buy an annuity with that pension pot. That's a product that converts your pension money into an income for life, and they have been criticised in the past for having poor returns. So you'll have much more freedom over what you decide to do with your pension money.
What's the concern?
Now, the new rules get a bit more complicated depending on what type of pension you have.
Well, there are two broad types of pension schemes. The first type is a savings type scheme, where the pension you get is based on how much you put in and the investment returns you get. The second type, which is called the defined benefit pension, is where a formula is applied to the number of years you've worked and the salary you've earned. The way the freedoms work is the first type, you can spend your pot in as much or as little as you like. The second type, you have to actually move that pension to a savings type of pension schemes in order to have that same freedom.
The tax question.
One of the concerns about these new freedoms is that people might blow the lot when they first retire. But will they?
No one knows how long they're going to live, and if you blow it all in the first few years, what do you then do in your old age?
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't take out a large amount and go and spend it on something big. Yeah.
Like a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini, no. More likely to be a camper van, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
But what about the younger people amongst this crowd?
James, do you have a pension?
I do, yes. The one that we're recommended through the school. But I don't know many details about it apart from it comes out of my pay every month.
I've thought about it, but because I'm not in a long-term job at the moment, I can't really afford to pay too much attention to it.
The answer to the access question.
And there's even more change on the horizon. This week we heard that people who already have an annuity will also have more choice.
The freedoms that are coming in April allow people to spend their pension money as little or as much as they like, when they like. The changes that are going to come in April 2016 are meant to give the same freedoms to people who've already bought their pension, the chance to sell that pension and then spend that money as they like.
So thank you very much for putting up with all those pension questions tonight. You did
Pensions,
really well.
a complicated one for the crowd, but something the policymakers will have to make sure they've got all the answers to.
So how did you do on the pension run? Do you all right?
Well, I wrote the questions, so...
Yeah, still,
yeah.
you're never coming too sure.
Yeah, so I got 3 out of 4.
9 o'clock exactly. It may not be a question troubling you this morning, but it is something a team of scientists at London Zoo is trying to work out. Are you ready? Why do penguins waddle instead of walk?
Yes, penguins didn't always move like this, so why the change? Well, our science correspondent, Rebecca Morell, is there for us this morning with some of the penguins. Morning to you, Rebecca.
Morning, yes. I've got my little posse of penguins here who've had great fun pecking me this morning. I fear they're getting the taste for human flesh. Now, cover your ears, penguins. I think it's fair to say that these birds pack it out. I think these birds, it's safe to say, probably have one of nature's weirdest walks, and that's really what's attracted scientists' attention. They've set up a series of experiments here, and they want to really get to grips with how, when and why the penguin waddle evolved, and they've been asking these penguins to put some of their best waddles on display. Getting Getting around if you're a penguin isn't easy. With their tiny legs and stiff upright posture, it's all a little, well, ungainly. But at London Zoo, scientists are trying to shed light